Hey, and what's going on, everybody? This is Zero here, and I got a bit of Diablo 3 gameplay for you. What you're looking at there is my build. It's which you probably already know it's the critical mass build. Let's get things out of the way. First off, is that it's not the best critical mass build. My gear really isn't quite up to par for critical mass. My critical hit chance percentage is not high enough. It's pretty low. It should be, I'd say, probably at least 40%. Right now it's sitting not even close to that, about half that. But at the same time, I was struggling in Inferno, and that's without monster power levels. That's just a default. And I was struggling, so I figured, you know what, I'll give it a go, even though I can't really afford any good critical mass gear. Because I was trying to steer away from that whole kind of build, to be 100% honest. I was trying to steer away from it, but it turned out that I needed it, and it seems to be really doing a lot of good things for me now. Taking down mobs seems pretty easy. As you can see here, I kind of just like run into the golds, run into the blues, and just tear them apart, which is essentially, I mean, anybody that plays Diablo is probably more serious about it than I am. I'm not like a hardcore Diablo player. It's something I just do here and there. I find it pretty fun, and I never really got crazy into Diablo 2 either. So I'm not like Mr. Know all the stats about every single little thing in the game and know all the little tricks for building an incredible build and this, that, and the other thing. I'm just an average Diablo player that's trying to get through Inferno finally. And maybe one day even, you know, do the Infernal Machine stuff and do the Ubers. And from what I've read and what I've heard is that critical mass is the way to go for it. And so now I'm trying it out, and it seems to be working pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm liking that I can solo just tear apart mobs, and I'm loving it. There are some issues that I'm having with it, and I think that has a lot to do with either my gear or my timing for initiating my abilities, my skills, spells. I think my timing is definitely off with Frost Nova and Diamond Skin. But I think it's definitely coming down to the gear. But what I'm looking for out of this video, no Diablo more than I do, to specifically respond to me. I don't want to go searching through tutorial after tutorial about critical mass. What I want is I'm posing a question to people that know more about Diablo than I do, that know the game better than me. What are your suggestions for building a very strong critical mass build on a budget? What can I add or subtract from this build to make it better? Because there are still times when I end up getting put down, which is obviously not ideal. There are some times when just some of the bigger badass mobs overwhelm me, and maybe my timing's off, or it has a lot to do with my gear. I need to get the critical hit chance up way more than it is. I know this, but what gear specifically do people recommend for critical mass? Is there certain gear sets that work better than others, and so on and so forth? That's what I'm looking for. Answers to these questions. How to make critical mass better on a budget. I'm not willing to farm for hours upon hours for gold. I don't enjoy doing that, and quite frankly, I don't know how anybody could enjoy farming gold. And that seems to be my biggest issue when it comes to getting gear, is that I go into the auction house, I see something I like, and I'll just buy it. So I end up with not having a lot of gold most of the time. I can build it up fairly quickly, obviously, but I'm not going to farm. I might do 1 farm run or 2 farm runs, but I'm not going to sit there for 5 hours farming gold to get 1 piece of gear. I'm not that kind of Diablo player. I don't enjoy it enough to do that. So the question again, what do you think would be beneficial to this build? For me personally, what will make it better for me? What will make the build less likely to fail in any circumstance? Is it just that I'm timing my abilities wrong? Or is it the gear? Obviously, again, obviously there's an issue with the gear not having a high enough critical hit chance. So we know that. But again, if you know any specific gears that are on the auction house that are a decent price that you think might benefit a critical mass build, let me know about it. I'm very interested in making this build better, and I want people that are better at the game than I am to steer me in the right direction. So I guess that's it for this video. I guess I'll let it run to the end where you'll see the next set of mobs here tear me down, and I have to respawn and come in at them again. And that's only happened a couple of times, but you know, based on the performance I've seen other players get out of critical mass, it shouldn't be happening at all, right? Because I've seen people doing, you know, Monster Power 10 Uber runs, just obviously their gear way better than mine, but just decimating everything in sight. And that's what I want my Wiz to be like too. So again, if you guys can help me out, steer me in the right direction, I would appreciate it. And you know what? Afterwards, I can make another video saying and showing, you know, who helped me, what they told me I should be doing, and how much it helped or how much it didn't help. So that's it for today, guys. This is a little Diablo 3. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you know more about critical mass than me and can help give me some useful tips and tricks and just basically make me a better wizard player in the end. Thanks for watching, and later.